I lined my lips like the tiniest bit. Hi, Juan. It's going good. Thank you. Number one, number two. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Hi, Jason. I've been good. Hi, Justin. Yo, Justin. Tabaloo. Tabaloo. Hi. Hi, Josh. What's up? Josh. Yo. Yeah, Josh, if you want to moderate, like, you don't have to, but there, I gave you the power. Use it wisely. Hi, Alex. How are you doing, my friend? What is this? Why? Always. Like Snape. That's okay, Matthew. Thanks for being here. Oh my God, I hope I can do this. I can do this. I just feel like having a chill live stream and maybe chatting with you guys. We'll see. I did have something I wanted to talk about, but now that I'm here, I'm like, can I just like go to sleep and you guys can stay here? maybe I'll talk in my sleep. How's the puppy? You watched it? Yeah, I'm actually gonna talk about Puppy. He's good. He's really good, actually. He learns so quickly. He's such a good boy. And I just like, I want him to be the happiest little puppy that ever was. And I'm learning so much. And yo, I'm learning about leadership. Leadership, that like, hey, I'm the leader. And when you let me be in charge, life is good for you. And that's not like cruelty, that's like the ultimate kindness, you know? What have I been up to? So there's been lots of puppy training. I'm not gonna lie. And just like, you have to stay with him. Hi, Savinia. Hey, Jay. Thank you. You're going to a water park, Justin. I cannot even remember the last time I went to a water park. I'm that girl who just goes to the wave pool. I just stand in the wave pool and I let the waves crash me and I just stay there for like 2 hours and then I just feel it for like 3 days after that. What is that? Can some scientist on here please explain to me why you feel the waves afterwards? What's going on there? Is it kind of like when you look at a screen and then you look away and you can see the imprint on the screen? Is there like an imprint on your body? Can someone tell me, please? That sensation, I love it so much. I love it, love it, love it. It's also kind of scary. But yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. If I could have that sensation maybe without the water park, would I want that? Maybe, I don't know. I'm interested. Hey, Adam. What's going on with you guys? Hi, Private. What? Hi, William. Yo, what's up? My cousin's name is William. The heat is, oh yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's hot here too. You miss your bike. I miss your bike for you. Where's your bike at? The beach. You know what? I love the beach. I love the beach on beach day. I hate the day post beach. I hate the sand everywhere. I hate the bug bites. It's being fixed. Okay. Yo, wake up. Hi, Claire sisters. What's up? Hey, Enrico, you made it. I'm good. Anakin Skywalker, I hate sand. Yeah. Right? Hi. Oh, I'm so bad. How do I pronounce your name? Pedro. I play a pretty bird. A pretty bird. I was looking into getting an electric guitar. I will get an electric guitar. You worry a lot about the state of the world? Okay. Don't worry too much. Worry won't really help. If there's anything you can do, do it. And appreciate what's here now. But it's good you care about the world. Seeing the dolphins. Do you think they like us? This is where my mind goes. I'm like, do dolphins like secretly hate us? And they're like, we know we're cool. We know you like to see us, but we really don't care. Can you please leave us alone? Like, that's what I worry about in my little heart of mine. Worry. They like us back, right? They love seeing us. Do you think they feel about us like the way we do about them? You know how you're like, oh, they feel so cool. Are the dolphins like, whoa, those humans, they feel so cool? Or like, when we're like, oh, look at them playing. Do you think they're like, oh, look at the humans? I hope so. I hope they're like amusing and cute. I would feel better. You have to like, do you play at all, Enrica? You must a little bit. By a Stratocaster, it's the most comfortable. Like, Stratocaster. What was I looking at? What was it called again? Is it still open? No, I think I closed it. It's in my shopping list. What was it called? It wasn't a Strat. It was something else. But that was definitely on the list. Like something easy to begin with and something that I don't necessarily need an amp for either. I just like love that sound. And yeah, I want it. One. Wait, what? One. Okay. With trash in his mouth? Wait, I have to read this. A psychic asked a dolphin what message they had for humanity on Earth, and the dolphin left and came back with trash in his mouth. I'm gonna interpret that in an interesting way. Trash in his mouth. In his mouth. In his speaking hole. That's how I'm gonna put it. Not like that he's eating trash. This isn't about food. And not that we're trash, okay? This is how I'm gonna interpret it, is that we speak trash. That's how I'm gonna put it. That's how I'm gonna interpret it. I don't know if that's what the dolphin wanted, but hey, it's mine to interpret. Okay, dolphin. Like, why do we think that every animal hates us? I just think, like, there's so many people that are like, humans are the worst. And I'm like, dude, you're a human. Your friends are humans. Your loved ones are humans. You know this, right? The people you love the most, and let's be honest, you love people the most. Like, probably. You probably love your mom the most. She's a human. You know that, right? Like, can we not be so anti-human? Hey, Jamel. I don't make ASMR content mostly because I don't really like it. Like, I've definitely looked into it and I'm like, okay. It doesn't do the thing it's supposed to do for me. What products do I use on my hair? Yo, I've actually, I think, landed on some good products. I use... Oh, do we want to go into it? Okay. On shower days. Really? Are we doing this? Okay, sure. On shower days, I use this Dove repair mask, like, before I go into the shower, and I really like that. And then I go into the shower. I just use, like, I use a Costco shampoo, okay? I like it. And it lasts me, like, 3 years. I'm not even lying. And then I use a Pheno hair mask. And then I air dry it with some Garnier Fructis. And I got this, like, living proof thing, leave-in, recently that I like. I love the smell of it, but it's like not like any product I've ever used before because it's really runny. It's like, it's not what I expect. But anyway, that's what I use. Hi, Zach. You too. Okay, Les Paul. Probably not gonna get a Les Paul then. I used to think that, like, oh, learn the harder instrument first. And now I'm like, no, make it easy for yourself so that you build momentum and you don't get discouraged. He supposedly had left the trash in front of the man as if to say, if you care so much, why do you have this? It's deep thought. I don't know. I don't know. I can interpret lots of ways. I'd also be curious about who this psychic is and whether, like, the dolphin was responding to him and his beliefs and who he was as a person, you know? That's what I would want to know about the psychic. I want to talk to the psychic. I just want to have a conversation with him. Is there a difference between jump and leap? Yes. Yes. Yo, Pluto, you're not human? What are you? Are you? I don't know. Are any of us? I don't know. What are you? Of course, it could be a statement about anything. That's the point, but actually, like, the interpretation you take from it is what matters. care. I think care is an interesting thing. Like, what do you care about? What do you care about and why? Care about trash. I don't know. You know, like sometimes I think about, so the period of like trash, I guess, like disposable stuff in the way that we have it with plastics. I always think about this. It's actually quite small in terms of like the whole scope of like time on Earth. It's been a very, very short amount of period, which is kind of scary, of which like we've accumulated trash, like very, very small. And that can be scary because you're like, oh my God, we've made this much trash in such a short amount of time. But I also feel like, and it's already happening, we're going to develop the technology to solve that problem, to get rid of trash in a way that doesn't harm the planet. And like the trash era will be this blip in history. Like I'm thinking like 1,000 years from now, it'll be like, oh wow, there were like oceans full of trash. That's so weird. Humans didn't know how to get rid of trash. Or like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying like there's solutions. I just think it's silly to be like, oh, humans are garbage because we produce garbage. Like we make a lot of good things that then, yes, at this point in time results in a lot of garbage. But that doesn't mean the advancements aren't like worthwhile. And we just need to learn more effective, like kind ways to produce. You know what I'm saying? And it's horrible, maybe what it's done to the planet at this point, but there's so many people that care. And I'm just like a huge optimist. I just think that we're gonna find solutions. That advancement is actually the solution, not like going back to caves or something. Like, I don't know, we can't go backwards. It's just not an option. We can't go backwards. And I think people who think we should go backwards are like, okay, can you go backwards? Like, can you go back to being 5 years old? Or do you know what you know and you have to keep moving on? And I feel like that's what civilization and humanity is at. And you have to be better. You have to be better for all like the problems that your like awareness and your like skill and your advancement brings in with the good. You have to be better to clean out the trash that it also produces. Yeah, we're just rightly concerned. That's, I think, like concern and hate, whoa, such a world of difference. And again, this is what I'm saying about like, I think it's like trash in your mouth. Like, let's be more discerning with our words and with our statements to say like, I hate humans, or humans are trash, or humans are terrible. It's like, you're talking about yourself. How are you supposed to like take action in the world and feel important and feel like you matter and that you can do good if you're also at the same time saying that you're inherently bad? Like, make yourself someone who can solve the problems, not the root of the problem. My eternal youth. Yo, just think young. Just think of yourself as young forever. Stop accepting people who say like, you're supposed to look this way, or you're supposed to act this way, or you're supposed to feel this way, or like this is what happens to your body, or this is what happens to your looks, or this, like, just stop all the fear and decide for yourself for how you look, or how, but also like how your body functions and how your body functions, really, like your own health. I really hate people who are like, I can't drink anymore because now I wake up and I feel like I was thinking about this, like I just decided a while back, like I don't get hungover. Alcohol doesn't affect me in any negative way, and it doesn't. Mind you, like I don't drink to excess ever, but like it also boop, boop, boop. I don't get headaches. Doesn't affect me. if I find the psychic, I just want to have a talk with him. I feel like a lot of psychics, I don't dismiss their ability. I just think they're biased towards it in a way. And they're not looking at, I just think they're a bit biased towards it, where they think it's like anyone, where they think like what they're saying is the truth with like a capital T as opposed to their truth. And their truth is valid, is right, but it's not like, do you know what I mean? It's all about like what you agree to, what you give consent to. Cheetahs are just really big house cats. Cheetahs? Yeah, we do need to do better. And we can, and we will. You're not a robot? Are you sure though? Are you sure? Like, are you like, how sure are you? Are you like 100%? Because I'm not 100%. I don't think it would change my, I don't think it would change anything for me actually. If I discovered I was a robot, I'd be like, oh. I don't know, how would it actually change anything for me? Oh, okay. Sorry. Same for alien. Oh, that's what I am. Okay. Have I seen X-Files? I don't think I've ever seen, like, I don't even think I've ever seen a full scene of an X-File. This live is going so well. I'm having fun. But I know it's about Mulder and Scully. I know the characters. And I know that Mulder is like, wait, what's his name? James? What's the actor's name? And Gillian Anderson. I know Gillian Anderson. I don't know why I do, but like I know we like her. I like her. She was in Sex Ed. And I know they have like a thing, right? They have a thing. Is that right? So, and there's aliens. Hi, Mehmet. How are things going with the puppy? They're really good. I wanna talk about the puppy. I'm gonna talk about the puppy in a second. I can use my laptop as an app. Oh, thanks. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, because like, yes. I want to learn. Yes, I know. I have an interface. I have a DAW. I can totally do all that. You're so smart. I need more music people in my life. Thank you. I can be one of those like laptop musicians. Do you really want to pet Komodo dragon? I mean, maybe you do. A dog and a wizard. Yeah. Enrico, maybe you can. You know, the body regenerates. Usually the body regenerates. Millennium? I've never heard of Millennium. Okay. David, not James. Who's James? David Duchovny. David Duchovny. Like, what a TV star name. David Duchovny. I don't know why that's TV star, but it is. Millennium. Okay. Right, like a dog wizard. Okay, I'm gonna talk about puppy Theo. Or Theo, depending on whether you're English or French. In English, he's Theo. In French, he's Theo. So sometimes he's Tay-Tay. Sometimes he's Theo, sometimes he's Teddy, sometimes he's Little Bear. And yeah, the picture on this live, that's him. Like, he doesn't always look like that, for the record. He's a schnug. So he's part schnauzer, part pug. But he looks more schnauzer. A lot of regeneration? Okay. I mean, if you want. It's your body. If you want. There's some 70-year-olds who are like, you know? You know? I'm just saying. I feel like I need to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. If I just... Is that what needs to be done? You have a mini schnauzer? Oh, okay. Okay, so I want to talk about Theo. Because, because I finally like looked into like training a dog, how to do it, and it's pretty like, you know, I watched a bunch of videos and I was like, okay, I think I get it. I think like the basic principle is discourage what you don't like. Yes. But the most important thing, praise and encourage what you do want. What you do want, what behavior you do like, how you would like your dog to be in this situation, and expose the dog to lots of different circumstances and situations so that he's comfortable with that, and show him how you would like him to be in that situation. Give him lots of praise, give him lots of treats, show him, yes, this is the way. And that's what I mean about like being a leader is like, hey, I'm the boss. I don't like this. I do like this. When you do what I want you to do, life is going to be so good. When you behave in a way that's like friendly, that's nice, that's going to make like people like you, that's going to like open you up to possibilities, it's going to make like children feel safe with you, people feel safe with you, people want to play with you, people want to give you things. Like, I'm going to show you the behavior that's going to really work for you in this life, okay? And you're going to listen to me and you're going to trust me because of that. And that's not cruel. That's leadership, okay? But it's this part that like somehow, I don't know, no one ever told me that in dealing with other dogs in my life. Like, show him, do you know what you want? Do you know what you want for him, from him and for him? And be on the lookout for that. Like, you have to constantly be attentive to what is he doing? Is he doing what you don't want? Cut that in the bud. Is he doing what you do want? And acknowledge what you do want. So often with dogs, and like he had his first dog training session on Tuesday. What was it? The guy said something so clever, and it was like, you're training them to do nothing. Because so often what you actually want your dog to like be modeling is nothing, is calm. It's just patiently sitting by your side, ready, but doing nothing pretty much. And you have to be on the lookout for that, paying attention to that, and acknowledging that, and praising that. And because that's how I am, I'm like, oh, now I need to relate this to like all aspects of my life. And I'm like, what if we actually did that with people? Or what if we did that with life, with like the universe? Or like, what if we did that with like companies or items in our house, or like our body parts, or like your body, Enrico? Like, we're really, like, humans are really, 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 really good at identifying what we don't like. We're really good at it, because suddenly we're like, like there's like a no feeling, and we're like, don't like that. But then most people, at least like this is what I notice, okay, and maybe I can notice better, they make like a life out of it. They make a life out of what they don't like, out of the negative experiences they have, about their fears, about their not wants, okay? And they're like, life sucks because this happens, or I do this, or I'm this. All of these things I don't want, and I'll fight them, I'll push them away, I'll punish them, I'll like complain about them, I'll repress them, I'll suppress them, I'll do all these things. I'm making this whole life about the things that I wish weren't there. And look, I'm not saying like, you shouldn't feel that way towards those things. You should be okay with your puppy biting your hand off. Um, no, I'm not actually saying that. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Got it. Message received. What do you prefer? What do you actually want? What is the behavior that you would like? What do you actually want? And like, it's kind of hilarious because I find when you actually ask people this, they're like, huh. Like, they honestly have to think about it. Maybe the thing is they're like, not that. But what is it you want? What is it that you want there? What would have to be there for you to go like, oh right, that other thing is no longer there? So yeah, for Theo, it's like, I don't want him biting. I have to think like, what do I want him to do then? I want him biting his toys instead. I want him sitting calmly next to me if he wants to be near me, but he has to sit calmly. And like, that's about it. It's not that hard. Maybe instead of biting, he licks. It's not that hard, not that complicated. And then whenever I see the good behavior, yay, good behavior. So what if you did the same for yourself? Like, do you actually do the same for yourself? Because I find that if you're trying to like, if you're not actually acknowledging the good stuff, people get like, they're like, oh, okay, you don't actually care about the good stuff. I might as well not do it. And are you doing that for yourself? Like, yeah, I just got to thinking about that. Like, all the times when you actually, for people who are like, oh, I'm not like hardworking enough, or like, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not like this enough, like, I'm all these bad things, like those moments, are you actually paying attention to the moments when you are pretty, when you are smart, when you are clever? Are you actually acknowledging those moments and praising those moments and celebrating those moments for yourself? Because if you're not, like, oh, I guess it doesn't, like, I guess that doesn't outweigh all this bad. And I guess this has more power and this is more my identity than any time I try to be what you want. Can you actually like acknowledge the good, acknowledge the good, acknowledge the good? Keep directing your attention and just focus on the good. Just keep bringing out the good, 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 the good. What do I want? 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 And you might sound like that might sound like maniacal, but that's what you're doing with the bad all the time. That's what most people are doing with the bad all the time. They're like, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. Here we go again, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. What do you want? What do you want? What's good? What's good? What's good? Bring your mind back to that. And this is also like, I titled the lie of desires because I've been thinking a lot about this too, and even about like the conditioning I got about my relationship to like what I want in life or desires, which is, I like the word, it's a very strong word, but it's also just like, what do you want? And I actually think there's something that occurs, at least from where I've been, with people where like desires like threaten us or scare us. We think it's bad to have them unless they're like socially acceptable. So like the desire to do well in school, we're like, yeah, that's a good desire. Because that's been like, yes, good. But maybe the desire to be attractive, we're like, you should love yourself just the way you are. That's not good. You would never like, imagine if a teacher was like, you're stupid, but you should just like yourself for that. I'm not saying that it's like better to be one or the other, for what it's worth. I'm really not saying one is better than the other, and I want to get that notion out of your head. But I'm saying that if you have the desire to be attractive or to be smart or to excel or to succeed or whatever it might be, maybe even just like peace and quiet, that's important, and you should listen to that. In the same way that we shouldn't just be like, well, let the puppy eat your hand. No, what do you actually want? And trust it, and trust that it's for you, and trust that it already belongs to you and is wholly for you. The reason also that I want to use the word desires is because it means from the Father, okay? So I don't know if you're religious or not. I don't know if you believe in God or not, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter, okay? But if it means like from the Father, it means like God-given. It means it's for you. It means you're supposed to have it. Do you actually treat your desires as holy? As something that is like rightfully yours? Rightfully yours. But the problem that sometimes arises from that is people will try to take it by force. They'll try to get their desires by force, okay, as opposed to turning inward and going like, what if I was the person who already had this? All there is to change is self. So if you're finding yourself wanting something, trust that want. Pay attention to that want. Love that want. I really mean that. Love that want. And go inward and say, what if I already have this? Make yourself the person who already has that. Because what if you're supposed to be that person? What if that's what that desire is indicating? Hey, you're supposed to be this person who has. You're supposed to be this person who's free, who's abundant, who's in love, who's whatever. Everything is on the table. And if you want something, you can have that. But you have to rise to the level of that person who has it. And that's the other thing that I wanted to say was like, what I notice is people have a desire, and because it's like coexisting with this life where it's not here, it seems like the desire is causing pain. And that's how people interpret it. They go, and so basically what they try to do a lot of the time is they try to like convince you out of the desire. They try to go, this thing is causing you a lot of pain, obviously. Wouldn't it be better if you just didn't want it? Wouldn't it be better if you were just like, okay, I guess this is just how it is for me. And you shouldn't feel that. Basically, they try to talk you out of your feelings. Like, more and more I think about this, I'm like, people are just like trying to get you to like not feel bad ever. And what if the feeling bad is a result of like the state you're existing in, of not having what you want? And it's like this warning signal that's like, hey, we're not supposed to be here. Like, this isn't us. This isn't home. We're supposed to rise to a level of consciousness where this feeling just doesn't exist anymore because it doesn't make sense. So let me see if I can get this across. Like, where you're at, if you're in negative feeling, it makes sense for where you're at. Like, you almost want that pain there because that's what's true there. But if you can raise your level of consciousness to a place where like it's different, you won't feel that anymore. So you don't have to change the feeling ever. Do you get what I mean? And you don't want to. But if you go to the place where you have what you want, like, you immediately change your state, you immediately change your thoughts, you immediately change your feelings, because the person who has feels differently, thinks differently, sees differently, exists differently. And you didn't have to change anything. Do you get that? You just had to go somewhere else. You just had to be someone else. You didn't have to change your feelings. You didn't have to want less or expect less or be more realistic. You just had to change your concept of self and of reality. And once you change that, everything changes and you keep moving in that direction. And everything is on the table. No matter how, like, I would actually pay attention to the small desires. And this is something I have to catch myself on, where like I settle so much of the time just going like, well, that's how it is, I guess. Like, this person annoys me, or I don't like this, or like I don't like certain aspects of my house, or I don't like, and it's like, well, I'm the problem for not liking it. I should just get over it. Or like, I don't know, we started talking about pollution, like, oh yeah, pollution exists. I don't know, I'm helpless. I should just get over it, or like, I should just worry about it. But like, what if I go to the place where like, yeah, we've solved that? What if I start thinking from that place? You can't solve a problem from the level of consciousness from which it was created. And that includes all problems, no matter how small, no matter how big. So if it was already solved, if it was already solved, if I was already the person who had it, who would I be? How would I think? Think like that person, practice like that person. And another thing that I want to say, and I haven't articulated this out loud, so I hope it gets across, is like the thought of like parallel realities has been really comforting to me currently, because it actually like, and I don't worry about whether I'm like first person or third person. I imagine in third person, but actually like picturing some alternate universe where I am some other way, or I am another version where things are different, and seeing that in my mind from the third person and proving that it's real, that it's possible, that's been really helpful. So it's like, if you can't imagine it, it can't exist. But chances are you can imagine it. So can you see it? Can you see the version of yourself that you actually want? Can you see yourself having that thing? And can you trust that, like, oh, okay, there is a reality where that's real, where that's possible. That's actually on the table. If I just choose it. If I just like choose to have that be me now. And I remind myself that's already me now. And I bring it here into the present, into the moment. That's mine. I'm allowed to have that because it already exists, because I can imagine it. And for me personally, like, if you deal with like any kind of thing about like guilt or humility, that feeling of like, no, I'm not like allowed to have that, or maybe that's like too good to be true, or like that's not safe, or that's too much, or anything like that. When you think of something that you actually want, if you can imagine it, you can see that for that person where that's just normal, it's just normal. It's not too much, it's normal. It's not greedy. It's just normal. It's just what is. It's just how that person is treated, or what that person makes in a monthly, like what their monthly salary, that's just how it is. That's just what it is. Is that person going to feel like terrible about it? No. Because it's just what it is. That's just what their face looks like. That's just who their boyfriend is. That's just who their girlfriend is. That's just how it is. They don't feel all these things. You're feeling all this like fear and pressure and whatever it is from the state of not having it, of thinking that's dangerous. So again, if you like rise yourself to the level of consciousness of having that thing, you'll see that it's not scary and it's not wrong. It's just how it is. Okay. Questions? Wait. Okay. I'm gonna avoid talking about God, but I'm curious, Enrico, about like God's will. Who tells you what God's will is? I'm curious about that, okay? I'm just curious. Alex, I feel like I maybe missed some of your comments, but I'm very certain that something I want will probably never happen. Okay, this is why I'm like, parallel realities. Like, every version of you exists. There is a version of you that has exactly what you want. And if you can imagine that, you can see, like, you can be like, oh, they just have it. And I know you might be like, but that's not me, like, that's just over there. But can you see that that's actually normal for him? That it's actually possible? And what if you're wrong? Like, what if it can happen? Or rather, I would say, like, what if you're right no matter what you say? So if you say, Alex, whoever you're being, if you say that's not possible, okay, you're right. There you go. It's not possible. Now we get to live in the world where that's not possible. You could make like a layover stop if you wanted, where you go, it is possible. Now you live in a world where it is possible. Okay, there you go. It's possible. Like, you decide, you choose. Are you going to believe the thought that says no? Or are you going to believe the thought that says yes? And it's like, neither one is better. They're just choices, A or B. And you get to go through a different door depending. But they're both equal doors. You get to choose whichever door you like. I guess what I want to say, Enrico, that I'm like trying to get across is like, what if, like, I find so much desires like are coming from this place of like deep love, actually. Like, I would love to have that. I would feel so full of love having that. I would be like, like, the feeling, it's like, oh, like, I'd feel love actually having that. And so why wouldn't that be God's will from that perspective? Well, I don't know what you think God is, but what if that feeling is what you're supposed to be following? As opposed to shame, shame, shame. Shame, 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 shame. Be good, be good, be good. Which is mostly dictated by like, who said what's allowed? Did it come from you? Did it come from love? Or did it come from some guy? Yeah. Yeah. Like, religion is so private and personal, and I'm not trying to push anyone in that direction. I just actually like, it should make you feel free, not bound, I think, personally. I don't know how the new feature works. It's a good question. So Enrico, I just say that like, okay, I really love your example of the Corvette. Because I also know like you're so self-aware, and like you just said it to Alex. You were like, Alex, you just defeated yourself. And I would say like, you just defeated yourself. Not to be like, like passing out scorecards, but you're allowed to say that a Corvette is really good for me. Like, why not? Whatever you say goes. If you actually want a Corvette, you could be like, having a Corvette is gonna be great for me. It's gonna be great for others. I don't know how, but it's gonna be great. You could say that. Because why do you think the opposite? Isn't that just another thought? Isn't that just like another, like, who told you I can make anything evil and I can make anything good? And you don't know how all the pieces fit together. Like, there are car dealers who would benefit from that. There's a car dealer who would benefit from that. And look, I don't know who that car dealer is, but he's probably a nice guy. I don't know. It could be really good for you. Cars aren't evil. Objects aren't evil. Time off isn't evil. Relaxation isn't evil. Beauty isn't evil. Vanity isn't evil. Yeah, it just is. White teeth aren't evil. Like, a wife isn't evil. If you wanted a wife, are you gonna be like, oh, there we go with me wanting things so evil, I should be okay on my own. Now that like future wife is on her own too. Do I really believe anything is possible? I do. I do, actually. Now, mind you, I feel like depending on what we're talking about, you will have stronger beliefs against. And those might be, I'm not gonna say impossible, but those might be really, really hard to convince yourself otherwise. But I do actually think everything is possible. Because like, I don't want to put this, like, you know that reality itself is really trippy and weird, right? Is really like implausible. Like what's happening right now, being in a body with like consciousness and thoughts and self-awareness and like interacting with other humans and like trees and all the like things of life, you know, like that's, I don't know if anyone relates to this, but is anyone else like, this is really trippy and weird, this experience. This like being alive thing is really weird. I definitely used to feel that a lot, and I try not to think about it too much now. But like growing hair and having nails and like all of it is kind of, how's it even happening? What is even happening? And yet you just take that for granted. You take being alive for granted. You just go, I don't know how it's possible, but it is. I'm just here. I don't know. I didn't do it, but I'm here. So why do you think all these other things are so unlikely? Like you're unlikely. So that's already done. We've already done the least likely thing. We've existed. It's all weird. So what else? Like if you can't explain how it is that you're alive, then maybe don't trust that like you know what else gets to live and how. Yeah. I'd just say, Enrico, like, it's up to you. Like, trust yourself and trust your heart. And I know you do. Justin, you are number one. Excuse me. Yeah, actually, Alex, I really do believe we can make it just by saying it's gonna happen. I really do believe that. And I also, for what it's worth, I really believe that it's going to happen like by speaking against it. I mean, what I wish everyone could experience is this moment when you realize that everything that you've gone through in your life, in a way, like you spoke it into existence or you thought it into existence. That like you were always there for it. Does that make sense? And your thinking always aligned with it, actually. Like they were never separate. It was always in alignment with how you were thinking about yourself and how you were feeling. And if you go, oh, reality is a mirror and it's constantly responding to me. And therefore feeling sorry for myself or feeling like a victim. And I'm not saying that's like, I don't ever want to put that on someone because I feel like when that's said, it comes from this place of like shame. And I don't ever want to put that, I'm not putting that on you and I'm not putting that on anyone. Okay, but I'm saying that you get to have what you choose, what you select. And you can't have it both ways. You can't be a victim and have your life be perfect. So which do you want? And if you see that like your thoughts and your beliefs line up perfectly to the life you're experiencing, perfectly, and you're creating the impossible right now through everything that you're believing, you're already changing reality. And because it's mirroring you perfectly, you're already doing the impossible right now, and you have been your entire life, and it's all been you, it's all been responding to you. Then you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm super powerful. And I'm already doing it, and I just have to choose better. And every moment, what am I actually choosing? Which door am I going through? Every moment, for all the little things, which door am I going through? Am I feeling empowered, or am I feeling disempowered? Am I feeling like subservient to circumstances, or am I feeling like, no, it's responding to me. I get to decide how this goes. I get to decide who I am. I get to decide what's possible. Who do I want to be? Who do I actually want to be? And don't be afraid of that. Like, I also think that sometimes, like, we're just, like, we've been conditioned to be really small and really helpless. But guess what? If you're really helpless, you can't really help anyone else. And so I think sometimes, like, people actually think like they're doing less harm by being helpless. At least that's something I used to believe in. And it's like, maybe actually in order to do a lot of good, you're gonna have to be selfish, and you're gonna have to be really, really, really empowered, really powerful, really big. You're gonna have to take up a lot of space. You're gonna have to bust down a lot of limiting beliefs. You're gonna have to really believe in yourself and really be extraordinary. Because if you think you're like a nothing, what good can you do? Why wouldn't God want you to have a Corvette? What if God is like, oh, Enrico, get the Corvette. Get the Corvette. Kenny, you have to, I have all these plans for you in the Corvette. What if he's like, I want you to get the speeding ticket. I really want that speeding ticket because there's a police officer that I need you to meet. No. Sorry. I don't really, okay, this is just me and I'm crazy, but every time I see Nessa Barrett, I'm like, I think New York, is that one of her songs? I think she's pretty decent. Unfortunately, like, I watched some really bad interview with her and I was like, does she have a personality? Like, is she a robot? But that's not fair. It was like one interview. It's very cool to see another artist with my name. Paulina Enchanted, cool. Oh, tours. I'm not like super into the paranormal. Again, I believe in it, but I think it's like angels. Like, I think like you have to believe in the paranormal for it to believe in you, you know? Cool. I don't know that book, Alex. You're getting a Corvette? Yes! If you get a Corvette, no lie, like, that would make me so happy. Like, just for you. Yo, Matthew, what's it about? It's a lot about this. It's a lot about desires. It's about like your word and speaking into existence and embodying like what is that you want and who it is you want to be. It's very like straightforward to the facts. It's an easy read. Like you can probably sit down and read it in one go. It's a lot about choosing and deciding and just like, hey, you're in charge here. Okay, Alex, I don't understand. You think we control life by our choices and feelings. Our choices and feelings aren't shaped by the circumstances of life. Yeah. I really wish like, okay. How do I put this? Let me like show you with an object. No, I don't want to use this object because I really like this object. Okay. Here's a highlighter. Here's a highlighter. It's just empty and meaningless. I mean, it's a highlighter. Okay. Now, I could focus on the color. I could focus on the function. I don't know. I could focus on its history. My past, my relationship, my past experiences with this highlighter. I could focus on that. My future experiences with this highlighter. I can focus on all kinds of things. Okay, if I decided this highlighter hurt me, I don't know, hurt me. Like maybe one day I was like using this highlighter and it got all over my hands and I have this like really bad memory with this highlighter. Now I have this association to this highlighter where like bad highlighter. This highlighter is bad. I make messes with this highlighter. It doesn't work for me properly. And now every time when I have to reach for this highlighter to highlight lines for a script, I'm like, oh, is it gonna hurt me? Ooh. And the more I think, oh, maybe it's gonna hurt me, I probably create a lot of messes on my hands because it's like if you're driving, it's like keep your eyes on the road. Why do we keep our eyes on the road? Because you keep your eyes on where you want to go, not on where you don't want to go. You're not gonna like keep your eyes on the bushes because then you might drive into the bushes. So if I'm keeping my eyes, in this case, on, oh, I always get this highlighter all over my hands, we're not gonna say that actually happens. Chances are that's what's gonna happen. And then I'm gonna create this like relationship to this highlighter. That's like, oh, I hate this highlighter. And people might be like, why don't you get a new highlighter? And I'm like, but this one works fine. It's just, and then maybe other highlighters will make me think of this highlighter. And every time I use any highlighter, period, I'm like, oh, it's just like my other highlighter. Maybe all highlighters are like this. Okay. And that's just a highlighter. All right. Now, tell me I'm wrong. Isn't that what you do to everything? To people? To food? To your body? To friends? To a job? To a boss? To a coworker? To work? To schoolwork? To a subject? Don't you create associations? Create understanding of it in a way? And you expect the same outcome? Or you fear the same outcome? Or you try to control that thing that you've experienced? Okay, but again, you might be saying like, oh, but you're responding correctly to the circumstance. Okay, but if I change the expectation and I go, I love this highlighter. Again, the highlighter hasn't changed. In this situation, I'm trying to say that like the highlighter is the circumstance. I love this highlighter. It works so well for me. Highlighters are great, super useful, really easy to use. Easy, easy, easy. Now every time I pick up the highlighter, it's just a highlighter. And I'll experience that as just a highlighter. Useful tool. No messes, no problems. Highlighter. Oh look, I keep it on my desk there. That's what it is. What changed? What changed is how I related to it. And how I relate to the thing creates the experience of the thing, which creates the outcome of the thing, which reinforces my thinking and experiencing of the thing. And that's going on with everything in your life, including you. So if you change your thinking, and you change your assumption, and you change your experience of the thing, you get a different outcome, which reinforces the thinking and belief and experience. And you create these vicious circles of what you want as opposed to what you don't want. I mean, I would just say play around with this. Like, you know you're allowed to choose thoughts, right? Like, you know that you can, like, think a thought. Like, it's free to think any thought. And that it'll change your experience, right? Like, you know that you can, like, go, like, what a beautiful day. And that literally in that instant makes you feel differently. You know that, right? It makes you take in things differently. Like, I can say, like, I love going live. I love going live. Everyone's so nice to me when I go live. All of you guys are so wonderful, so great. The going live is like this static thing, but depending on what I make of it, I'll have a different experience and I'll sit differently. And for what it's worth, you're doing this perfectly, maybe negatively, meaning that you're choosing something, you're perceiving something in a certain way, and then experiencing it. It's the exact same. I love how you guys support each other. I love it. Juan, you're so right. That's so beautiful, Juan. Yes, work towards the goal, but be mindful that in this journey you may not want what you initially wanted. Yeah, you're always allowed to change your mind, but the journey might reveal something that you want even more, and that's still valuable. That still means you're on the right path. But how do you know what to follow if, like, you're not listening? Like, people say, like, follow your heart, but it's also like listen to, that's what I mean about, like, desires. Like, listen what calls to you. And when what calls to you changes, that's fine. And if the thing still calls to you, that means something. It's a blue. I was thinking about the color blue, that I could, like, make an association with blue, but I didn't want to go there. You guys, I'm not even lying. I got blue highlighter on my fingers. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think that was, like, a really friggin' fantastic chat. And Juan, I loved everything you said. Thank you so much for being here. And Enrico's getting a Corvette, so that's fantastic too. Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay. Bye, Justin. Thanks for being here. A blue Corvette. Yo! Okay, sorry. This has been a thing lately. I don't know what's happening. I keep seeing, like, I know it's just, like, I know what's happening, but it's fun. I like to play games. I keep seeing, like, bright blue cars. Like, bright blue. And I'm like, yeah, it's confirmation for me. Bright blue cars. I've been seeing a lot of bright blue cars lately. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Andres, you're here. Thank you for being here. I love you. I love you to the bottom and the height of I don't know. I love you a lot, okay? Alex, thank you for being here, and thank you again for all your honesty and questions. Thank you, Enrico. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next live, okay? Okay, bye.